Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, you've had a little bit of a longer break. Get yourself something to eat, something to drink, as we get ourselves back into the Eastern European DPC. And it is going to be a face-off between YNT and Sigma.YNT here. And the winner of this series, if we take a look at the standings, will move above, at least temporarily, above Rise and PuckChamp. The loser will still be languishing, well, technically third place, with that extra loss. They will still be on the 3 victories, so we'll share it that third place with PuckChamp and Rise. And the draft's not going to be too far away as we get ourselves straight into this one. But yeah, Sigma.YNT, YNT, in terms of teams beaten, YNT have taken down HF, Cybercats, as well as Rise. Sigma.YNT coming through Cybercats, PuckChamp, as well as X3. So there is a couple of the stronger teams in the mix there that both teams have come through to get themselves that win on the table to sit where they are at the minute. And we'll be able to see here who is going to be the strongest. Sigma.YNT, it's going to be Vanscore, Violent, Corruptible, Queasy, and For You. Obviously, the standout name there is probably Vanscore and probably Violent as well.
Radiant
Violent
team
playing on
ban.
bait, that last iteration before TI. YNT, it's going to be Slayer, Igor, Bignum, BB, and Lucas. Slayer, Igor, Bignum, even BB to a point. A little bit more well-known, I think, than Corruptible, Queasy, and For You in the
Dire
Division 2
team
teams.
ban.
Have been around for quite a while at this point. You know, they've got that experience, so they are going to be looking to bring this one through up against Sigma.YNT in this entire series, not just the first game. So we will see the draft on the screen. The leader gets banned out, the Nature's Prophet and the Death Prophet. Both of the prophets, well, maybe not
10
seeing that one coming.
seconds
Both of them going to be
remaining.
taken away here. Now, is it going to be the Beastmaster, the Rubik, or the Tree to
5
be taken up by
seconds
YNT?
remaining.
And I imagine these teams scrim against each other fairly
Radiant
often,
team
being
pick.
under the same banner. So it's actually going to be the Batrider that they take away. So maybe knowing a little bit more in terms of the heroes that each side likes to pick ban. Maybe we see some of these more niche bans coming out from both
Dire
sides.
team pick.
Okay, Sigma gets the tree. YNT. This isn't going to get confusing at all, so it's just going to be Sigma and YNT. YNT, the Rubik is still open to them there if they want to. The Clockwork as well. And with the Nature's Prophet going, who do they want to look towards for carry?
10
Like I
seconds
say, Drow,
remaining.
Slark, Ursa, all the big ones being picked up at the minute. The
Dire team pick.
Spectre
Radiant
wanes in popularity, so they're going for the Brood. Completely forgot this was still an option. Yeah, the Brood the Lash comes out. So YNT, mainline YNT, looking for some good, well, bug push potential there as well, but big push potential to come out the Broodmother in that lane. Doesn't really overwhelmingly win the lane anymore with the
10
Spiderlands being
seconds
shifted to the
remaining.
ultimate. So we probably see the
5
Greaves as well,
seconds
just thinking of
remaining.
what YNT want to build. You know, I would like to see a quick Orchid for the Broodmother. Just be able
Radiant
to use
team
that
ban.
early game impact. Yeah, the Sigma just go straight for the Naga Siren. No surprises there. But yeah, I would like to see the Broodmother go for that early Orchid to get some support kills, move around the lane, maybe get a mid kill as well. But a lot of the time, the Broodmothers just go for the
10
Greaves because the
seconds
offlane,
remaining.
Greaves builder, it's nice, it protects the Spiderlands, then you get yourself your
5 seconds remaining.
pipe as well that you can pop through
Dire
Spiderlands.
team
But the thing
ban.
is,
Radiant
if you're getting
team
those
ban.
support items to protect your spiders, but you don't have the damage to take down the supports, I would have liked to see the Snapfire on the side of Sigma, actually. Yeah, we'll see what the Broodmother wants to build towards. Ember taken away. Ember makes sense as well. The Sleight of Fist coming through on the Broodmothers. It cleans
10
up Spiderlands.
seconds
There's nothing they
remaining.
could do with it.
5
What else
seconds
do YNT
remaining.
want to take away here? They've already got the Lash. So they don't have to worry about that on the side of Sigma either. And again, Lash loves it when you run Spiderlands into him because he just pops that Pulse Nova, pops the Bloodstone, and just regens through all the damage that they do.
Dire team ban. Radiant team
Okay, so they
ban.
ban out the Rubik. Pangolier as well. Swashbuckle, good cleanup potential there. Can't be chased down when the Rolling Thunder's going as fast as the... I mean, we've seen a couple of Pangos come out already and not played too well up against the Lash in the mid lane. Lash did seem to win both lanes.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So Sigma, what else don't you want to be playing up against? Just looking through. I mean, would you take out the Ursa now? even with the Naga Siren being there, because the Ursa is quite powerful. Didn't do too well today in the
Dire
first game,
team
but
ban.
on the whole, yeah, they take away the Ursa. The Ursa is looking pretty good. As YNT could look to. I was
10
thinking about the
seconds
Lich,
remaining.
but really the Lich isn't as good as the, we saw 2 days ago, the
5
Treant Protector
seconds
just
remaining.
absolutely stopping the split push coming out from the Naga Siren. Lich with the Frost Shield onto the tower. The big thing, though, is it isn't global. So it is a little bit harder for the Lich to be
Dire
effective with
team
it.
pick.
And they ban out the Tiny. What's left? Sigma could go for the Tusk. In this mid lane up against the
Yeah,
Lash,
really cool,
Tusk
man. That
wouldn't
was
be a bad
hilarious.
idea.
Great job.
Getting the Snowball, the Ice Shards onto the Brood as well, so the Brood tries to skitter away on the webs, and you just keep that Brood locked down.
10 seconds
I still
remaining.
would like to see a little bit more
5
clear,
seconds
even with the
remaining.
Naga Siren being here. But again, the Snapfire being taken away, maybe like a Vengeful Spirit. Or, the Ench with the Shard, I think it is? Or is it the actual full Aghanims, the little friends? So that's going to be the Aghanim's Shard.
Radiant
The Spiderlings
team
run
pick.
towards you, you pop your little friends, and then all of a sudden, the Broodmother's being eaten by her own babies. Which, reflects nature. Sometimes that does happen. It's creepy as hell, but sometimes it does happen. The Clockwork being picked up by YNT. So frontline-wise, the
10
Clockwork's going to be pretty
seconds
nice. The
remaining.
jump potential as well. Wonder what they follow up with it. I mean,
5
they
seconds remaining.
probably don't look for the Draw Ranger. So, what do they want to try and deal with this Naga Siren? A Faceless Void, maybe? As the Hoodwink comes out here for Sigma. But if you pick up a Faceless Void, it means you are going to be running 2 melee heroes in that lane that could be susceptible to something like a Hoodwink. And what else does Sigma want to go towards?
10 seconds remaining.
Probably
5 seconds remaining.
YNC. They could still go for the Pudge if they wanted to get the drag back, the lockdown, but then again, you still need to worry about the song because Pudge isn't a quick BKB builder. As Sigma, what do they want to be picking up here? Offlane wise, I mean, it's pretty much all still available, right? Apart from the Death Prophet and the Snapfire. All the offlaners are sitting there ready to go. So you do have your Centaurs, your Magnuses, your Tides that we saw a couple of times. We saw both times in the first series. Enigma, yeah, I'm still not impressed about the Enigma. Marcy has looked pretty good as well as it gets picked up, but they go for the Doom. Okay, so being able to get the jump onto the Lash before he gets that Bloodstone off, before he gets any of the Pulse Novas, the Edict going, if you can get that jump into the Doom, then Lash is going to be, well, he's not going to be a disco pony anymore because those flashing lights, they ain't going to be going, so he's just going to be a pony. That's pretty much where you're going to leave him.
5 seconds remaining.
If you do get the Doom off before the Pulse Nova, before that, before the Bloodstone does get activated. Doom and Hoodwink in the lane as well. Massive, massive pains in the arse. Is the Beastmaster? Beastmaster was still there available too. But I suppose the Naga Siren push potential is going to be more than enough. Meanwhile, what do YNT want to go for? Looking for a carry and a pause for.
Radiant team ban.
Phoenix comes out. Yeah, okay, no real egg hitter because the Naga Siren has to come up close. Even with the illusions, it takes a little bit to get through that supernova. The Sunray as well helps just tick down onto the Naga Siren, especially when the heart comes out, gets into a big tanky boy. Sunray still comes through, ticks down onto the Naga.
5 seconds remaining.
Meanwhile, Sigma.
Dire team ban.
And you ban out the Shadow Fiend. Yeah, I think they're going to go for the... I mean, I'd still ban out the Faceless Void. We saw, again, 2 days ago, it was the Cybercats Who did they play? Cybercats versus X3, where the Faceless Void looked like it was doing the damage. You know, it was dealing with the Naga Siren. It was keeping it controlled while the
10
rest of the team killed off the rest of the
seconds
team. The rest of the team and the rest of the team. While the rest of X3 killed off
5
Naga Siren's
seconds
team on the side of
remaining.
Cybercats. And it was only really the, well, I'll say that
Radiant
the train
team
being on
ban.
X3 side as well stopped the pushes, the split pushes coming through from the Naga Siren. But yeah, the Faceless Void looked pretty good. And I think if it wasn't for the Giants ring, you know, that game going 75 minutes long and everybody being 8 slotted, and I think X3, I still think they were in a comfortable
10
position to win that. And
seconds
then the Giants ring
remaining.
comes out, the Naga Siren actually can't be killed off. The Naga Siren illusions just continue to push
5
into the base, and
seconds
all of a sudden,
remaining.
it's an uphill battle that you just, you know, can't get to. You keep stumbling down. But for the most part, X3 were in control of that match. So I wonder if Sigma do ban out the Faceless Void, if they know that maybe it doesn't actually get played on the main side of YNT as much. "30 seconds to go." They are having a proper think about this, what they want to be removing. Maybe in the company Discord, just having a quick discussion between the two teams. You know, well, don't ban out the Faceless, and we'll get you, you know, we'll let you have...
Dire team ban.
Sniper does get ban out. Does hit hard as well when the Silver Edge starts to come out, or maybe the Daedalus. For the Sniper, you know, really good, just sitting away from the danger, even out of the range of the song.
Radiant
When you get the
team
max take aim, as well as like a Dragonlance Hurricane Pike, something like that, just being able to plink down onto the Naga Siren. So Naga, you know, doesn't want to be coming up against that. Snipers, the Invoker does get ban out. Do you still go for the Tusk here, though? I wouldn't... Still is. Yeah, no, it still is. I wouldn't be surprised to see Sigma go for that Tusk. Up against the
10
Lesh in the mid
seconds
lane, you do
remaining.
close that gap. You do the damage, you know, you're able to chase down into the Lesh as
5
well.
seconds remaining.
So Sigma.YNT, I wouldn't be surprised if they do pick it up here. With 14 seconds left. Just, you know, again, taking a full discussion from this. It isn't ban out.
Dire team pick.
So,
Storm
I should go for the
Spirit.
Storm. Yeah, and Cybercats, I think it was Cybercats, showing that the Storm is a really nice pickup. Even though it might be out of the meta, teams still feel comfortable to pick it up from time to time. Again, if you can get a good jump in with the
10
Naga Siren
seconds
song, and the
remaining.
Storm Spirit has that Ags up as well, the AoE Vortex drag back.
5 seconds remaining.
I wonder if the Naga Siren saves the song as well till the Supernova's out. So you have that way of getting in and killing the egg, while the rest of the team just have to look on and watch it go down.
Medusa. Choose your hero.
YNT, they want the Medusa. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. And it's a nice pick for Lucas. Like, you do deal with the Naga Siren illusions quite nicely with, you know, if you go into the Mystic Snake given the, you know, the Stone Gaze as well on the procs. Okay. So these teams, not a lot separating the both of them. I don't know which way I'd call this, to be honest. Because the Naga Sirens looked really, really good. Up against the Broodmother as well. Shouldn't be too pressured in the lane. There is kill potential coming out with a Train Protector Leech Seed into the End Snow. You know, the Mirror Image is doing a lot of damage as well. The Broodmother might not get the best out of this off lane for BB. If I had to pick one, I think the Naga Siren's got a little bit of a better track record. So Sigma.YNT with the Doom as well. In a fight of attrition, you know, taking away the mana from the Medusa. So Naga could actually end up going for a Diffusal Blade. It is a niche pickup against the Medusa, but, you know, you go for the Manta style, get that heart, maybe go back for the Diffusal Blade. I mean, even the Doom can go for the Purge Creep. One of is it the Little Satyr? With the Mind Flay. So we'll find out how it's going to go, guys, as we get ourselves into this game between the two teams. But first, a break and a word from our sponsors. We'll see you after this.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600. Cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
right into the game we go, and yeah, again, just showing everyone that, okay, there's some laughs on the side of YNT. They're having a bit of fun with this, you know, they're coming into it playing up against their I don't know what you call it, academy team, maybe? Or just, because, what would you call them, second string E-team? Because, I mean, at the minute, Sigma.YNT, they've lost the same amount of games, but won one less, so closing, we're just having a series close out on them 2-0 over the 2-1s of YNT. And we'll see who is going to be the B team here, who is going to be considering themselves the main team in this series. Just looking, Bignum, Lucas, looking back into the mid lane. They might actually look to fight as, yeah, Brood's got the webs down, so the webs are coming up for the Broodmother. BB just looking to get a jump in, but the Nagastarian will be here. Violent might just scare him away. Mirror images coming out already here. BB going to be taking some harass, but he still wants to come in for this rune. Who gets it? Actually, BB steals it from underneath Violent, and then the high five, the tip as well. Lucas still appreciating that from his teammate. Meanwhile, Corruptible heading towards the top lane. So it will be the 3 bounty runes going the way of YNT. Sigma.YNT. Okay. Good luck next time, but for now, they do lose out a little bit. It's not a massive... It's a nice little early game bonus, but it's not like a massive amount. It might be enough here for the Broodmother to get out a quicker Wraith Band. You could actually see the Brood. He wants to go for the double Wraith. So he wants this armor up against Violent with these illusion damages as well. Van score still going to be coming in. Fiery Spirits from the Phoenix. Just trying to make things a little bit harder for the illusions from the Nagastarian as well. You know, tick those one down, make the last hits harder for the Naga. But Violent shouldn't have an, again, awful time in this lane because the illusions should still be proccing the Riptide. Your level 2 comes out. Level 2 on the Riptide as well. I wonder if he actually goes for the level 2 Riptide before the level 2 on the Mirror Image. But yeah, that again, it gets a little bit harder, even with the Brood. The regen coming through from the web, the move speed as well. If you get chased down by the Nature's Grasp as well as the Leech Seeds, and you might not even need to go for the Living Armor in that lane. As we look towards the top lane here, Corruptible on the Doom. Doom is going to be going for a Wraith Band himself right into that Midas. And Lucas already taking a lot of damage to start. Yeah, the Bushwhack not skilled up just yet. It's going to be the Acorn shot here for Queasy. Queasy, though, has to be careful through the trees. The Battery Assault coming through. But he does juke himself away from Slayer, and Slayer not able to chase down here, even with the Wind Lace, to set up for a kill. Back on the bottom lane, you can see that Van score is going to be taking a lot of damage, but the tree, he's going to be A-okay. Level 2 not picked up still here for the tree and protect. One more creep, he does actually go for it. It is going to be the Nature's Grasp. So this potential chase down, you'll maybe force out the Icarus dive from Bignum here as well in the lane. But top lane, Lucas, he's out of mana, he's close to being out of health. Queasy just continues to step up the Bushwhack. He connects it to the tree. So Queasy's going to be able to run himself away. What's the regen looking like as well for the Medusa? Nothing. Nout. Nada. Straight out of it. I guess he's relying on the... Yeah, the Clockwork has a salve, but obviously not effective for the last few patches. And then the Tangas as well. I guess he could pass over to the Medusa. The Medusa as well. I wonder if he looks for that quick Morbid Mask. For the lifesteal up against Corruptible, who's just going to try and, I guess, tick him down with a Scorched Earth. In fact, the Infernal Blade being picked up, so Doom not even going to go for the Devour just yet. For you in the mid lane, how's he doing up against Igor? In terms of last, it's fairly even. The Storm Spirit a little bit ahead. Yeah, you see Corruptible. He's just walking up, he's threatening here with this Infernal Blade. Slayer, he might even be able to throw it onto the Clockwork as well. Look for that first blood onto the clock when he comes up to defend his teammate, the Bushwhack as well. There's Corruptible, just keeps burning through. Yeah, no, not come for a point into the Devour, so this Hand of Midas, it's going to be a little bit later away. No Sata camp as well, because these camps are being blocked off. Trying to find out what it is. Yeah, the mana burn. There is a Mind Stealer here in the medium camp in the triangle. So Corruptible, I wonder if at level 4 he picks up that 1 point into Devour and then goes back to find that. Maybe found out Infernal Blade comes through onto Slayer though. Slayer going to be taking a whole load of damage with the Acorn Chop, running down with the Battery Soul. It might just be enough to save his life here. The cogs do get dropped. Corruptible is going to get low. Can they turn this one around? Lucas, he's going to be all out of mana and all out of damage. And Slayer has to use that salve on himself. Doom at least before that Hand of Midas comes out really darn low. Slayer, does he look for the backstab? Because the Battery Assault, Queasy as well. The Bushwhacker doesn't connect. He's going to have this Clarity cancelled off. Queasy, is there going to be enough mana and damage? So Medusa comes in with the Mystic Snake, but won't actually be able to connect it. And now the Snake, it doesn't bounce to Corruptible. Corruptible's going to be really careful. What level is that Snake? That Snake, level 2. So bouncing through, looking for that damage bounce and increase off the range creep potentially onto the Doom. And the Doom might have gone down there if it connects. How's he doing though in terms of last hits? He's actually above the Medusa in terms of last hits. So Corruptible, pushing it to the limit, knows that health is a resource. Yeah, just gonna be able to salve himself up there as well. Corruptible's having a decent time. The pull, the camp, it actually wasn't blocked anymore, so you're going to be able to get this pull through. Lucas looking for the farm. Looking for these last hits. How's For You doing? Going towards, it looks like the power treads. Wand coming out first. Yeah, he's got the branches for it. He's going to be able to get himself into the one. Top lane, the Slayer again being chased down. The Battery Assault goes. The cogs get dropped. Corruptible can't get on top of him before the kill. Nice chase down though. The Devour does come out. He's looking maybe. Does he go back to his own triangle to scout it? Maybe going to be scouted here by the Hoodwink. And if he does see this, again, nope. The Devour, what creep did he get?
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Still got a
attack.
mana burn. So the mana aura, the mana burn is going to be really nice up against this Medusa in the lane. Constantly being able to pour out the harass onto him with the mana burn. It's a decent range as well.
Dire's structures are
Meanwhile, in the river, there is going to be the Icarus dive away here from the Phoenix. So getting himself away from Van's Court. Chased down with the Leech Seed as well as that Nature's Grasp. Violent in the bottom lane. Looking towards power treads. Yeah, Nagasarian with the double Wraith Band now as well. Not really bothered about the Silken Bola coming
Radiant's
out from the
middle
Brood.
tower
You can
is
keep
under
throwing it out,
attack.
but BB
Radiant structures
more than
are
likely looking for the
fortified.
last hits onto the range creeps with that, and Violent, he's going to be fine being left alone in this lane. Especially up against the Nagasarian. Again, wants to be coming in, looking for these catapults, looking for the kills onto the creeps, just being completely forced away from the illusions as For You in the mid lane. What's the Storm Spirit going towards? It looks like it is just going to be the power treads as well as the Clarity, just to keep that mana up. Level 6 now as well. Meanwhile, the Doom Slayer's going to be running himself forward. We're only level 3 here onto the Clockwork. Nowhere to find that solo XP just yet as well. Lesh might be making a move onto the scan. Comes
Radiant are
out though.
scanning.
Storm Spirit, one more remnant. He should be able to clean this one up. He's looking to get the vision away. He does. Does he get the dive away as well? The ball lightning. If he needs to get himself away. No silences, no control. So he was far enough away. And now he can pop that Clarity, get himself back to full mana as well. Corruptible waiting in the trees. This pull through comes through. Slayer, is he going to try and contest into this? I mean, Slayer down on the low ground, so he's looking to soak some XP. Just again,
Radiant's
scouts out for
courier
Lucas.
has
As
been
Lucas, no points into the multi-shot just yet. Just going fully into the snake, it looks like. So just using that one to farm up. And Queasy, the Bushwhack comes out, but the rune, it's actually going to be a double damage rune on the bottom lane. Queasy, he's going to be the first blood. No way he gets himself away from that one yet. Igor, he gets the kill. It does mean that the Storm Spirit should be able to secure himself the double damage rune. That does get scouted out, but he gets to it anyway. So let's see what the Storm Spirit can do with this. Maybe the 1 point into the Vortex now as well. The double damage, does he move himself down to the Brood on the bottom lane? Brood with those Firelings up. Violent, no. Again, in the Nagasarian. With the 3 points into the Riptide, no Song, no Ensnare just yet. squeezy. He actually finds that Bushwhack coming through here now as well. Clockwork Slayer, can he get himself away from this one? It doesn't look like he's trying to get the D1 off the cogs. They do get dropped, but so will Slayer. He did eventually actually get that ward before he died. So priorities, he might be going down, but he's taking the ward with him. Getting some gold from that. Yeah, Corruptible. Lucas is looking for the pull. Actually gets a semi-pull back there as well. No, it is going to be a full pull.
Radiant's bottom
How's Igor
tower
doing? We're
is
not
under
checked in
attack.
with the Lesh. He is top of the net worth, though. Going towards the Bloodstone, not really been... I mean, he was involved in the first blood, so that was probably why he has that net worth advantage over the Storm. The Storm's moving around the lanes as well. Looking for the camps with the smoke up. Who can he find? Dropping some wards. Looking to maybe scout out to the Nagasound, but the Nagasound not going to be spotted just yet. From high ground, though, they are going to be able to get chased down to Vansko. Vansko goes down, and Naga, well, the Storm Spirit. How's that double damage rune going? Does he want to jump onto Bignum? He absolutely does. The Remnant comes out. The Storm with a really nice jump, but they're going to be able to get the kill into Violent. Violent. That ward paying off almost immediately after being planted there. And yeah, level 7, but no song on the Siren. So coming through with the mirror image. Meanwhile, top lane, Lucas taking a whole load of harass, but doesn't look like the Doom wanted to skill out onto the Doom just yet. And not going to be able to chase down onto the Medusa.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
For you, just continuing to farm up the cliff. You know, looking for it on the high ground. Again, that ward, though, it will spot out where the Storm Spirit is. In fact, the double wards as well. Violent, he's going to be losing a lot of map share. D-ward comes out, picked up 141 gold. That is quite nice. But yeah, the ward being planted here, it isn't going to be blocking the camp. So, maybe not aware that that's up. And the Naga, while scouting through,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
looking
attack.
for his own farm in the jungle. Just has to be worried about another smoke rotation in. Violent, yeah, camps, but I think that was the Storm Spirit that took that one more than anything.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
But BB has had the space created, though, with that pressure being put out onto the gank onto Violent. So he was able to take down that tier 1 tower. And I don't know if the Nagasiren's ready to get into the jungle yet. No Yasha out just yet. Yeah, BB, he wants to take over this. Top lane, though, they do get the kill onto Slayer, but can they get away from Igor now as well? Corruptible, he's just going to go for the TPOA. For you, taking a lot of damage with the Diabolic Kid, but it looks like Queasy wants to be the closest one. In fact, the Bushwhack comes out. For the right click from Igor, he still gets the kill onto the Storm. For you goes down.
Radiant are scanning.
So the tip, just
Radiant's
fight
middle
between
tower
teammates.
is under attack.
Violent. How's he going to look for this?
Radiant's
The
middle
Bushwhack
tower
again,
has
Corruptible, looking for the push. And the Doom Hand of Midas is out. Going back towards, it looks like Mana Boots, so the Greaves, yeah, into the... maybe not Greaves, actually. Usually you do see the Boots of Travel for the Doom, but actually Greaves wouldn't be that bad for Corruptible. Again, especially when the Storm Spirit is directly going to benefit. I mean, everybody benefits from the extra mana, but the Storm Spirit being able to get off a whole lot more of his kit in these fights with the mana regen, obviously you're going to have the Nagasiren going to benefit from it as well, because not the tankiest hero in the world in terms of health for a good few levels until that heart comes out. But the Manta Style is going to be the first item here for the Nagasiren. Bignum, they're looking for a rotation. They do still see Violent, so they're keeping tracks of where Violent is. Maybe to see if they can get the dive in, you know, an Icarus dive, something like that. Any rotations through to put the pressure onto the Brood as well in this lane. But yeah, BB completely, not completely recovered, but recovering with the help of the rest of his team to get these ganks off. So what's he going to be going for? The mech, the boots are out, so it looks like it is going to be the Greaves for BB now as well. Still can bowl it, but never mind, top lane, they get the kill onto Corruptible. Do they want to go for the dive here, though? Because it looks like Slayer, there is going to be the dive to the backlines. Ego was that vacuum, the Vortex drag back here, and he does get it off. Vansko's going to try and come in, but the cogs come out. Overgrowth will be used, and they get the kill Sharpshooter Vansko. He does take down Ego, and now Slayer will be the next one. The Sunray, not going to be enough to keep him alive, and Bignum at least has that Icarus dive to get himself away if he does get in trouble. Violent. Continuing here with Riptides up against BB. BB with the Spiderlings, but how many of these Spiderlings is Violent going to be able to get through? It looks like, yeah, they just continue going. The Spawn Spiderlings comes out, and he's looking for these Riptides. Back in the top lane. Oh, there's a pause, and I think the Doom. He's just in vision. What you door? Okay, Igor. Don't penalty, please. Yeah, Igor had to disappear off cams, apparently. He's right back. Okay, okay, he's here, he's here. Smooth. Nobody even noticed him disappearing. But yeah. Corruptible is going to be shown here, and it looks like Bignum, with the Doom ultimate being available, Corruptible just pushes in. And you see there's 3-4 heroes waiting behind to make this jump happen. Do they actually get the jump onto Bignum? Bignum's going to be the only one here, as the Medusa is in this mid lane looking for the solo farm, looking for that Yasha. In terms of net worth, about 300 gold because of that. Tower in the bottom lane, tower in the mid lane going down on the side of Sigma.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah, so the
attack.
Naga Siren's a little bit behind the Medusa. The Medusa with the split shot farm, but Violent equally with the Riptide farm. Ooh, did you get the jump onto the train though? Can he get this kill? Vanscore trying to do what he can, get himself away from this one. Was that leech seed? Has he already thrown it out? He's trying to keep himself alive as well, but he only has that stick. Corruptible does get the kill into Bignum in the meantime, using the Doom for that.
Structures are fortified.
And Violent's just being shepherded out of his own jungle. Yeah, the Brood might not be looking for kills, but he's taking all of the space away from Violent. And it looks like the rest of the side of Sigma just can't react, or are reacting in different ways. That means that Violent is going to be put a little bit on the back foot when it comes to farm. The Spylands as well,
Dire's top
being
tower
able to move
is
through
under
all of these
attack.
webs, scout through the jungle. Violent does have a point into the song this time though. If he does get gone on, tries to move through. Is he looking to actually just block the council? Lucas, he's going to be the target now as well. Did he have a point into the ensnare here for the Naga Siren? Going to be able to get the lockdown even without the ensnare. The bushwhack comes out. Violent does get the kill, which puts him at top of the net worth now, jumping over the Medusa. And with the Medusa being down for the next 30 seconds or so, this is a really nice window for Violent to find his farm. Already has that Manta style out. Flying out to him now. The hookshot comes out onto the tree. Tree, what can he do with this? A split earth, the bushwhack, it will connect. So there's going to be the jump in, and it looks like Igor is going to be nearly out of mana now as well. The drag back with the vortex, trying to use that bloodstone to keep himself alive, but chase down onto the storm. The storm just taking way too much damage there from Igor. And it looks like, do they want to carry on going the split earth? But it's only going to be onto the illusions. As Violent able to move himself away. Yeah, Igor having a really good time at the minute, and yeah, still no ensnare on the Naga Siren level 10. Just the 1 point into the song. Maybe the ensnare at level
Radiant are scanning.
11, but he did want that Riptide damage at level 10, so he was able to again just push back onto these Spiderlands that keep getting spawned out by BB.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It does mean he farms a little bit faster as well with that Riptide damage, and yeah, gets through the creep camps, the ancients like this, just a little bit faster. As you can see, for you, is he looking for a jump? They're looking to push down onto the tier 1. And again, until the Naga Siren gets active, they don't really have that building killer for the Naga Siren. When he does have the going straight for the Orchid, you know, when he does have that extra damage, the Manta style coming out, might be able to use these illusions to push down onto the tower. But Living Armor will be used eventually.
Dire's
16
top
minutes in,
tower
nearly
has
17
fallen.
minutes in. Sigma, they get themselves a tier 1 tower on the board. The hookshot comes in though, the split earth, the setup on the Storm Spirit. The ball line, and is this going to be enough to get himself away though? He's looking for it. Was that Living Armor as well? Yeah, no, he is. He's going to use
Dire's
all of his
middle
mana to
tower
get himself
is
out of
under
there.
attack.
But he will be able to get himself out. You know, Violent, the TP towards that tier 1, excuse me, the tier 2 on the bottom lane. Orchid still going to be a ways away for the Naga Siren, and I would like to see him get active, you know, look for the kills.
Radiant's
With the rest
top
of his
tower is
teammates
under
once he has
attack.
that Orchid up, but then probably still wants like the heart to come out first. BB just continues to farm, not keeping pace with the Naga, but it's not doing too bad himself. Has the Greaves out, the double Wraith Band as well as the Sorin, so Broodmother's going to look okay in terms of farm, looking more than okay. It's just that what can he get out of this now with this early start? Does he push down onto the tier 2 tower? In the bottom lane. Mid lane Lucas continues to farm, looking to try and catch up with the Naga once again. Okay, could be straight into the Scotty, but now they do get the jump onto the Hoodwink. He's not as tanky, not as beefy though as something like the Storm Spirit. Actually on about just over half his health. Yeah, quick pick there. And Queasy, he might be sick with where he got caught out. But BB looks to continue to put the pressure on. They've got Ego down as well. Fortification, it can come out from Sigma if they want to, but Ego, he's looking to keep on this pressure. Looking to just take down this tier 2, and yeah, so BB is going to be able to help pressure this one out. And with the Leshrac as well, Diabolic Edict 4 points into this. Rocket Flare making sure there's no one TPing in. But the Hoodwink, not close. Everyone else on the other side of the map. As the tier 2 tower, 18 minutes in, it will be taken down, and Bingham's waiting to take this outpost. Every second counts here, and you know he's going to be making the most of it. TPs from Sigma though. Where do they want to look? Storm Spirit actually wants to go towards the Witchblade here as well. Bingham dive in. Igor, the illusions, they are going to spot out. There's going to be the dive onto Igor. Igor again, he's got a lot of mana taken away from him already. Trying to do the count with the Arcane Rune as well as the boss. Look, the Overgrowth comes out, catching on to 3. Cogs do get dropped, but the Lash eventually will go down. And now the Supernova comes out. Corruptible with the BKB trying to run himself away against Stonegaze. They're facing the wrong direction, so Lucas looking for the chase. But the Bushwhack actually connects onto the Spider. While that's going on, Violent just continues to farm. And not going to be too far away now from that Orchid, so... do they look? That's 3 big ultimates down. With the hook shot as well as the Stone Gaze as well as the Supernova being used. Phoenix has his own Hand of Midas, so nice for him. And I wonder if... I mean, the Doom is down on the side of Sigma. Overgrowth here as well, but they do still have the Song. I wonder if he wants to go in at some point when the Sword comes out, maybe go towards the Roach Pit. Or maybe just look for another kill. Slayer got out in the Nature's Grasp, drops the Cogs on himself, but we're still affected by that. Meanwhile, they're going to be able to get another kill onto Vansko. Vansko just gets caught out and killed off. Rocket Flare for the Vision, and yet 3 heroes run down, and now it could be YNT that just get themselves into the pit. But again, the Song, we have the Vision on the side of Sigma. They do see the illusions. Yeah, the Nagasaurus is going to be coming into it. They know this is happening now as well. So all hands on deck from the side of Sigma. Violent, anytime the Song, he's teasing into it. I mean, the Storm Spirit didn't just go for diving. Yeah, they get the Orchid now as well onto the Broodmother with this, the Bushwhack. They have the control, they have the damage. It looks like they might be able to get the kill. They're trying to do with the count with the Greaves. But the Song comes out. Violent needs to get himself away. It doesn't matter. Igor, he still gets the kill through the Song because the Pulse Nova was still going. Now the chase down YNT. Split Earth. They get another kill onto Vansko. Can come right back into this Roach Pit. And it looks like YNT, well, they are showing why they are the YNT and not Sigma.YNT at the minute in this game. But Ego gets the Aegis, okay, yeah, because he's going to be, I mean, the Medusa still would like it because of the amount of mana that she will be using in the fights. Effective with the second life, but I suppose when you've got an Aegis here onto Ego that can just bounce around with the Bloodstone, I mean, both, it would have been nice onto both. Unfortunately, there is only one Aegis. Medusa looking, going towards the Skadi. Skadi into Daedalus. Yeah, still going to be about 800 gold, not 800 gold, about 1,000 gold away from the Skadi. But the illusions, the push out, the split shot now as well with the Manta style, that's not going to be a ways away at all. You can already see, yeah, sticking up to 600, nearly 700 gold. About 10 seconds after I've claimed it. So, with the stacks, again, with the illusions pushing in, shouldn't be too far away off being able to pick that one up. Now about 350 gold away. Meanwhile, Violent, what's he looking towards? He wants to go straight towards that heart. Yeah, the actual damage that came out onto him. Oh, the jump, they find out the Broodmother now as well. You have that lockdown, he's trying to pop that pipe, trying to keep himself alive. The chase down, they do get the Infernal Blade onto Lesh. The hook, it's going to miss. Corruptible had that Doom if he wanted it as well. The Centaur Stomp came up, but BB just able to back himself away. So this Nag Siren, I thought it might have been the answer to the Brood, but to a point it was, but the Brood's still having a really good game.
Dire's top tower is
Bushwhack
under
connects.
attack.
Just trying to clean up onto those spiderlands. Yeah, do as much damage with the acorn shot there as possible. So a few of them will go down. But again, YNT just trying to take control of this map. Trying to force all of the lanes in. And keep the pressure onto Sigma. Sigma, they're not too far away. It's only a 6k net worth lead as well as, what, 4 kills? So that should actually be the Medusa's. Yeah, he's got having it flown into him now. That should be the Medusa Skadi coming out. How's For You looking? He wants the BKB after the Witchblade, after that Karen Sange.
Dire's
Violent still
structures
looking
are
to put out. Yeah,
fortified.
it is the heart that he wants here. After the map itself. So a little bit more survivability will be nice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But they might lose. Look at this coming through. Lucas with the attack speed. You've got the Diabolic Edict as well onto this, as well as Spiderlands. How quickly this tier 1 tower is going to go down. And I don't know, with the Aegis being here for YNT, if they slow down the roll, if they just want to go for they just want to go straight for the tier 2. And Sigma.YNT having a little bit of a harder time trying to defend into this. In fact, with that Aegis still up, you've got the Diabolic Edict still there if you want to. Do you go with tier 4s? Stonegaze is up. Medusa as well with the Skadi going towards the Daedalus. This might be, yeah, they don't want to give this up one yet. Ego's going to be able to come in. Fortification can be used. Living Armor now as well. So he had fought into the Bushwhack, onto the Lesh as well. So Lesh going to be taking a little bit of punishment, but with the Sun Ray now as well. Once that fort's down, there is the Song. There's a Doom available here as well, but the Aegis is here, and it looks like the Lesh going towards that Sanjin Kaya itself. Into a Blink Dagger. Okay, so they back themselves away. They put a little bit of hurt onto that tier 3 on the top lane. But the Living Armor might be able to take control of that. And just heal that tier 3 tower right back up.
Haste!
Igor.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's
I
top
actually come
tower
across
is
Violent.
under
Violent.
attack.
Did they have the vision? He did in the river. They might still see Violent, though. Violent has to back himself away. The chase is on hookshot. Any vision onto the Naga here. The Naga moving through the jungle. They're not going to be able to find him, as these Naga illusions just continue to push out the bottom lane. Violent looking for farm. Looking for that. He actually went straight for the Bloodthorn. So the extra crit strike as well. On the silenced targets. I suppose, I mean, the Medusa has that Manta. So you're not going to be dropping it onto the Medusa.
Is under attack.
Yeah, just letting these Naga Siren illusions push out. Mid lane though is going to be pushed in. Again, Living Armor. There's no fortification. It's already been used. This tier 2 tower in the mid lane will go down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I wonder if BB, he actually likes to get the aggression out. Again, the Living Armor onto the tier 3, but the Spiderlands just trying to eat away at this. YNT aren't grouped up, but they're trying to keep these lanes pushed out. Bottom lane of Violent does get that tier 2 tower. Does Violent want to go any further? Maybe just trying to use these Naga illusions. It's going to be some fresh mirror images here as well. So they can look to that push, apply pressure of their own, and there's no Treant on the side of YNT. So no tower heals to come out for them.
New treasures.
Keep your brass on.
I'm over here!
Igor. He's just looking for the farm as well in this bottom lane. How's For You doing though? His counterpart looking towards that axe. So yeah, the Sanji Kai comes up here, and the Storm Spirit in terms of net worth, he's bottom of the course, not having a great time. But if he does get a good catch out, or maybe even after the song, you know, the setup after that for the Vortex, that pseudo black hole to come through for You. Spiderlands looking to do a little bit of scouting, but it looks like Sigma.YNT, they're going to go all around the world for this wraparound. Not actually, was it just to get the farm onto the Naga? Because the Naga actually wants to go towards the BKB first, and not the heart. Okay, so shifting this build up a little bit. Thinks, you know, what point, if I need to be the damage dealer with my illusions, what's the point in being survivable if I don't actually do the damage here? And you can see that BB
tower is under attack.
just continues to push in. Just continues to use these Spiderlands to try and go through. Again, through that living armor. Oh, who are they going to be able to find? Violent needs to get himself away from this one. Just using those illusions to scout out. Has that TP away if he needs it. And it looks like Nagasiren. Yeah. It's still going to be about 1,600 gold. Just needs the gold for the Mithril Hammer. For his BKB. But Violent, he's doing all right in trying to farm it. You know, trying to cut these waves as well with illusions into the neutral camps. But Ego comes through, split up, comes out. Mirage will be there. Gets the silence. It's actually going to get the kill for Lesh. Or maybe not. Because for you with his ball line, it's just like, me. I need to help. I'm helping. And for you, does take that, take the last hit. It's a kill secure. There's no such thing as kill steals in Pro Dota.
Here I am.
It helps the Storm Spirit get towards his axe as well. It's going to be about 750 gold away. And that's going to be a really nice pick as well. The Storm Spirit, I think that's where they look for their next engage. When the BKB is up on the Nagasiren now in the next 1,000 gold or so, and the Aghanim's up for the Storm Spirit, they could look to make a dive happen here. They could look to make a play. And you already saw how powerful, without the BKB here for the Lesh, how powerful that Bloodthorn was. For Violent, just be able to stack that damage up against the Lesh. You know, how's Lucas looking? Lucas has his Daedalus already. Just a big crit sit coming out here. Big crit sit, excuse me, coming out for the Medusa. Do they look towards that next Aegis? Because the next Roshan is going to be, you can see it there on the screen, guys, just over a minute away. And maybe that's the timing that YNT want to look towards before they look to push onto that high ground, because all three high ground towers, all three tier 3 towers on the side of Sigma are open for the taking. If they can find that opening, it is up to YNT to find it. Ooh, you can see that Violent, Lucas... Okay, I assume that's net worth, but you see the chart, yeah, just the 2 kills and the 1 death. There for Violent, just the 1 death. No, it's the 1 kills and the 2 deaths. I'm getting my icons mixed up. But yeah, they're keeping close experience in terms of net worth. And both really darn close between the 2 heroes. And seriously, guys, production have just absolutely stepped up the game here. From Division 1 through to Division 2. It looks absolutely amazing with this stuff that they're putting out. Let's see what the side of YNT are going to be putting out now as well. The Diving Medusa going to be out of mana now as well, so won't be able to get the Storm Gaze off. I mean, the Doom was there anyway, so Medusa, no mana left. He's looking for those right clicks, but will be eventually kicked down. Yes, no, he's still sustaining. He's putting out the right clicks. There's going to be is that a Glimmer Cape as well to save his life? And Lucas just continues coming through this. They take down the Doom, they take down the tree, and Lucas looks so close to death. But for so long there in that fight, Roshan not up for the next 2 seconds, or just dip yourself right back into the pit. The Rocket Flare comes out. It should see the big man come in right back up. And yeah, do they want to fight into this here? And the damage, the Lesh put out the most, but even the Medusa just sat there with no snakes to throw out. No Stone Gaze as well to try and turn the tides of that fight, which means it will be up if they want to contest into Roshan. Was just able to survive. The Sunray kept him alive. You know, you saw that they were doing the best. The Greaves as well, popping the Greaves and just trying to keep that Medusa alive, which they do. So Lucas going to be able to heal himself back up. Does he want to swap out the Windlace here to start off onto the BKB? Nothing just yet. And they are smoking. Do they actually want to go for the smoke? There is that. No, it's not onto Bignum. I thought there was a smoke on Bignum, and they might have looked for a wrap. Slayer does have it though. Slayer has it. He has that Glimmer Cape as well. Clutch at keeping Medusa alive with everything from the side of YNT. And now what are they going to be able to do? Vanscore doesn't have a blink. He's not even close to having a blink. Got that shot out, and now he's going to be able to goal. The song could come through, but how quickly they need to get in there now if they're going to go for it. Yeah, and the Doom's not even here, so that's going to be the shard for... Is it Disco Pony? Yeah, no, they give the shot over to the Lash. Maybe pass that one over to the Medusa with, again, the Mystic Snake Cold-Blooded. Every time he's affected by a spell, you know, on cooldown every 12 seconds. But every 12 seconds when targeted with a spell... Speaking of being targeted with a spell, they ensnare the Vortex back for you. Is he going to be able to get the kill into the Clockwork? Slayer, even the Bloodthorn being used there from Violent to help get the kill. Okay, but now the chase is on. The illusion's going to be spotted out. BB, he's looking for it. Ego, that is just an illusion. And Lesh, yeah, probably knows that with a tick down of the Pulse Nova now as well. Violent in the trees, looking for that TP away, just using these mirror images illusions to push out the lane, keep the pressure off his base. Bignum, that Hand of Midas is paying off. Look at that. 10k net worth here onto the Fiery Bird. He's got himself a Lotus. He's got the gem on hand as well. Still got raindrops as well going towards that Shivas. So he's having a decent time. This Phoenix. Well, just continues to look for farm. Actually, again, still no heart to come through. Wants to be going into the Butterfly. So the extra attack speeds and the dodge chance on the Medusa's right clicks as well. Now that the Medusa has that Daedalus. But the Medusa wants a Butterfly of its own. So Lucas going to be looking for that. 33 minutes in. It's only a 9k net worth lead here for YNT, but they are starting to control this map. Speaking of, the blink comes in. It's only onto illusions once again. Vanscour though, does he get spotted out? Yep, there's going to be the hook shot in. And the lockdown onto Vanscour with that sentry ward being so close. They get the kill onto the tree.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And again, Violent just has to hide himself away. I wonder if he buys out. I mean, even the Doom, he didn't pick up the early Devour, so it did delay the Hand of Midas a little bit, but the Doom with the Devour and the Hand of Midas isn't sitting top net worth. You know that Doom's struggling, because it is inflated a little bit with that Hand of Midas, you know, with the Devours come through, being able to get yourself up there a lot quicker. And usually you do see the Doom sitting right at the tippy top of the net worth chart, even if the rest of the team aren't, you know, up there, aren't being able to find the farm. The Doom is usually at the top, so the fact that he's going to be 2k behind the Medusa, 3k behind the Nagasarn here, shows that the Doom,
tower is under attack.
it's not efficiency, it's just that the fights have been breaking out, and Corruptible, you know, he gets caught out, he gets killed off a couple of times, he loses net worth here, he loses net worth there, and all of a sudden he just starts to slide down the table.
With flair.
Radiant are
So,
scanning.
smoke coming out, Igor's leading the line, has that Aegis for another 2 minutes or so. They're looking for the smoke rotate, maybe trying to use Igor as bait. Yeah, smoke doesn't break, so nobody breaks their smoke. How far away is the smoke from being reclaimed? Oh, just fading off. It's about 3/4 of the way through. And you can see the BB. They're looking to pin Sigma into their base here, YNT. And they're looking really good to it. In fact, they might even be able to get the jump onto the Doom. There's going to be the jump in. Slow down. Split Earth comes out, but he pops the BKB. Now the chase out using that Ogre Seal Totem to try and get himself away. The hook shot, though, it was trying to close the gap. And the hook shot actually comes through onto the siege creep there. So the Clockwork maybe just trying to close that gap, but would have been... I mean, no, it doesn't matter because the BKB was out and the Doom was away. There was no slowing him down. And the hook shot completely out of range onto the Doom. As the illusions just continue to push out. You see BB in the base. He's looking. Does he have a gem? No. Not on the Broodmother. Does anyone on the side of YNT have a gem? It's actually on Igor. So if you find Igor in a good position, you know, this tree has to be really darn careful. Violent pushing in. Has that Butterfly up. But there is still Sunray damage to come through. Everything that the Leshrac throws out as well. He's close to being out of mana, but that Aegis Reclaim, that will refresh him here. I assume Clarities and Bottles and... yeah, even going back to base. He has that Boots of Travel as well. So he can TP and get himself right up close here. Win probability 85% in favor of mainline YNT. Yeah, if Lesh wanted to boots in, could have boots in onto a Spider as well. Maybe not the big Spider, because he doesn't have those boots to just yet. There's the Medusa. You see on the map, there's Corruptible pushing up. You see on the map these illusions from the Medusa, just pushing on the lane. Aegis will be reclaimed. So that is Lishrac's safety net. But again, Hex coming through. Doesn't even need that BKB too early. The Blink Dagger as well, so he can get the jump in. They engage with the lightning slow onto that Split Earth. Could potentially look for a kill. And speaking about looking for a kill for you, he is the furthest one forward here now as well. Does that Storm Spirit. He does have that BKB. So what long form lockdown did he have onto YNT? No bashes, the Hex for the Broodmother. A Blink Dagger as well for the Brood.
Dire's middle tower is under
As
attack.
For You just continues to try and find these Violence, but the Hex comes in. BB to chase down the Force Staff out For You. He has that BKB if he needs it. He's going to be able to get the ball line in a way. So the chase is on. Shivas comes out from Corruptible, but no chase down here. No blinking just yet. Igor still got his on cooldown for the next couple of seconds. BB, who's going to be able to find it? Yeah, For You just continues to carry on going. The ball line in all the way away. Song comes out. Corruptible, Violent, both going to be able to get the TPs away here as well. Oh, the hook shot, it wasn't on the mark anyway. It was cute, but needs to work on his accuracy. So yeah, Sigma just trying to buy time away from YNT. Because YNT looking to push in the buildings now as well. The Bushwhack comes out, Storm Spirit dives himself in. That's going to be the multi-vacuum now as well. The Overgrowth, it can't comes out the tree. He dies a little bit too early. And the Stone Gaze will be used here from Lucas to make sure there's no follow-up jump in. As Medusa wants to go straight towards that MKB.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now with the Spylins, the Bushwhack will be here, but Lucas, he started onto this tier 3 tower 38 minutes in. And it looks like YNT fortification is going to be used. Slayer could be in a little bit of trouble. Has that Lotus Orb though. Dive in, BKB is going to be used from Violent For You. The backline dive finds a kill onto the Phoenix, and Bignum wasn't able to get off that Supernova now as well. But For You's taking too much right click damage. He needs to get himself away. He's going to be clipped. He's out of mana. He's going to be clipped. The Bushwhack comes out. What's he got? He's going to be a Force Staff onto For You to get him away. But so lucky that Force Staff was completely out of mana now as well. The lockdown onto the Hoodwink. The Hoodwink's going to be caught out and killed off. Punished for the sin of saving the Storm Spirit. And now Lucas just comes right back up to that tier 3 tower. BB as well with his Spylins. They're looking to push this one out. Igor and Slayer. Did you want to look? I mean, the bottom lane is being pushed out, but it's going to be one lane of racks. He might even be able to find the tree. They will be able to find the tree. The tree will be felled.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
So YNT
Dire's middle
starting to
tower
take a
is
lot
under
of control over the main line.
Radiant's bottom tower
Over
is
the
under attack.
YNT brand. Yeah, 40 minutes in, Sigma.YNT, they're going to be losing their base. There's no
Dire's
tier 3 tower on the
middle
top lane now
tower
as well.
has
So no backdoor protection. They could just go for megas. And it
Radiant's bottom
looks like
barracks has
Sigma
fallen.
not actually looking to stop them. Violent again, trying to split push out in the top lane. Go for that TP back now as well. Okay, so they don't move themselves over for the megas. Maybe aware of the song coming out, the Storm Spirit again, BKB's being there, the Doom's not being too far away. So they don't want to overcommit as Violent and Lucas come across each other. But again, Medusa has that MKB up now. Violent
Dire's top
going towards the
tower is under
Hex.
attack.
So yeah, Medusa just continues to look for the farm, top of the net worth by about 3k. So having a really good time here, Medusa. With 2 lanes of racks down as well, yeah, there's not a lot of pressure that Sigma can put on mainline YNT. Doom going towards the shard, has that BKB, the Blink, the Shivas, the Octarine Core, as well as the Boots of Travel. So he's looking pretty slotted at the minute. Roche is back up, it gets scouted out, but I think the illusion, the mirror image coming through from the Dark Siren did spot that one out. So do they want to group up for this 5-month smoke coming out? These Spylins being spread around. Just look at them on a map. How far they're going to come through a big dive in from the Storm Spirit. What's Storm Spirit going to be able to do? Because Sunray will be there. So Storm, that was a really nice jump in, but didn't get, you know, the overwhelming damage that he would have wanted because the rest of the team were just a ways away. So that Vortex goes on cooldown now, and Violent in the pit. What's he going to be able to do? Dive in, but Igor, he wants to be coming through. Doesn't have a... Actually going to get Doom here, Lesh. But Lotus Orb, do they have enough to keep him alive through this Doom here? Sunray, as the Supernova comes out now as well. They are going to be trying to keep him alive. Song out. They've already killed off 2. Can they make it any more for any more? Oh, Slayer, Spylins, Illusions in. He'd already used the hook shot anyway. But what they will be able to get out of this is a Roche with a shard, I do believe. No, excuse me, this is the 3rd Roshan. I'm losing track of my Roshans, of course, yeah. They gave the shard... Actually, who did they give the shard over to? Was it the Broodmother? For the Insatiable Hunger? I think it was. And now, Aegis on the Medusa. They're looking for this last set of racks. Yeah, they're pushing in now as well.
Radiant's
You've
top
got
tower is under attack.
a refresher on... I assume it's going to be onto the Phoenix. for the double supernova, maybe even just the next supernova now as well, because that supernova is still on cooldown for the next 67 seconds, but these buildings going down. Boyu is going to be dead for the next 27. And he might even come onto buildings here now as well. You can see that they're just chunking through, absolutely deleting these set of racks. The bushwhack onto the spirals as well as the brood. But it looks like Sigma, they might just be losing their base here. Mainline YNT, they just want to end the game here and now. Aegis again on Lucas. He's just looking for the right clicks. MKB is up. He's got that cheese as well if he needs it after the Aegis goes down. And Ego just cleaning up onto the creeps.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fortification comes out. Is this going to be the Butch and Sundance time coming out from Sigma? Either way, Doom, he's used that BKB. Looks to get the Doom off onto Ego once again. So the Doom onto the Lesh. But the Lesh, again, the Bloodstone was ticking. He had the Pulse Nova already pulsing. He's going to be absolutely fine. Song comes out. Vansko goes down, though. Bushwhack, the Song wasn't cancelled in time. So this is going to be it. Yes, Sigma, they're going to be giving up game number 1. Mainline YNT, they might have something left in the tank to get the kill onto the Lesh. Now Vortex in as well, but Lesh is going to buy back, just TP himself right back into this fight. As these tier 4s will be going down here. Sigma, 43 minutes in, it has looked close at times. For the dive onto Lucas. Lucas, he has that Aegis, has the cheese in his backpack as well. It's not even going to need it. They get the kill onto the Storm Spirit. Corruptible needs to get himself back to the fountain. The Force Staff comes out, but then again, so do the GGs here. 44 minutes in. Sigma.YNT. This first game, it just was not to be. And mainline YNT looking so in control, 22-12. And in terms of net worth as well, the 19k advantage that YNT had, Sigma.YNT were just never able to drag it back. As we move through into the scoreboard. Yeah, you see that Lucas, or I can see that Lucas 2-1-8, so never really been able to. He didn't get a lot of pickoffs, but he was never really killed off either. Vansko going down on the side of Sigma with 11 deaths. The only one really to suffer a whole lot there, that tree. I don't think anyone else got over 4 or 5 deaths. Yeah, the next one was going to be the Storm Spirit on 4 deaths. So Vansko really being caught out and killed off. It wasn't the highest kill game that we've ever seen, but it was still enough for YNT to take control, get themselves through, move themselves through this first game, to look to take the advantage coming into game number 2. Yeah, BB never died at all as well. BB, at this particular point, the fact that he wasn't looking for the kills, but he was looking to force Violent out of his own jungle. You know, keep those spiraling scouts and keep moving around and looking to keep the pressure onto Violent. Violent could just never really get that quick farm that he wanted to. Even the Orchid was delayed, changes his mind, doesn't go for that heart, and he was just put on the back foot, could never really find any pickoffs as well. So YNT, mainline YNT doing a really good job against Sigma. Sigma, though, they don't want to go down without a fight. They want to push us to a 3-game series and let YNT know that they're not the only ones worthy of the YNT brand. As before that, guys, we are going to be taking a quick break, so we'll be back with the second game of YNT versus Sigma.YNT right after this.